The waterways are open and people can once again cruise, which is fantastic news.
Time for beer. Eh?
What do you think this is?
Beer
Easter or
o'clock.
something?
The beer o'clock.
Thus the ongoing battle to live with less. We're Mel and Paul, and this is our home. We're slowly fixing her up and doing our best to have a good time doing it. This is our version of boat life. Subscribe and welcome aboard. Morning and welcome back to another vlog. I want to get this one started, but there is a very pressing job that needs to be done because before I can chat to you all, I definitely need a cup of coffee. I've been getting ready and putting off going outside to turn on the gas bottle because we were dozing off at the dinette last night, and when I got up to make the tea we realized that the one had run out, and so I've got to go and switch that over. Back in a sec. As you may well know by now, if you follow the UK lockdown or all things canal and river related in the UK, the waterways are open and people can once again cruise, which is fantastic news. Not so much for us though. We are in fact leaving the boat. Just for the day though, so don't break a sweat. The easing of the lockdown means that we can also finally take the extra bits and pieces that do not fit on our boat, that have been piling up at the back of the boat since we moved on before Christmas. We can finally take those to Paul's brother and firstly see some family and socialize outside, which is a big plus. But yes, with some cruising on the horizon, we hope. We do have some plans, and when they're coming about, we will surely let you know. But with cruising on the horizon, we need to get the boat ready, and no one wants to be tripping over the danger that is the mess that has accumulated at the back of the boat. Since moving on board, we had some suitcases, some boxes, a multitude of things, but the suitcases, we didn't want to leave them outside, and so we've literally been living with them underneath the table in our saloon slash living space. So it is high time that these bad boys get out of here. Coming to the back, we shall give you all the gory details. So this is just showing you like it is, guys, the state of the back of our boat. Since moving onto the boat just before Christmas and just thinking back to that whole time, it was obviously super stressful, and yeah, I think it is kind of obvious that the first time you're going to do such a huge downscale, you're not going to get it right the first time. And while there's actually not that much here, there is 3 large crates full of things. There's some toolboxes, bits and pieces that we've just had to realize that we don't need on board. Some of the stuff we want to keep, we are luckily able to store it at Paul's brother's house, and yeah, we've gotten away with initially really scaling down and selling all our big pieces, and since being on board just realizing what we really don't need. Super important to us to keep the boat a nice free-flowing space. It just makes living on board so much easier and moving about easier, and easier to clean. So yes, while we are far from minimalists, I think it is nice to know that we're heading that way, or at least creating our own version of being minimalists, and just learning to live with less things. That darn it to move is not the easiest thing. It's so frustrating, only made more frustrating by the fact that every time we seem to do it, we kind of don't take the whole thing apart, which makes putting all the pieces back together just that much harder. And I don't know why we don't learn. But all of that for a helmet. We had stored Paul's motorbike helmet, and that's one of the things that I mean when I say you don't get it right the first time. His motorbike is in his brother's garage. At some point we will bring it to the marina. We just don't know when, and yeah, but yeah, we brought the helmet, which obviously takes up a lot of space, and it's a very snazzy one, so Paul likes to keep it in a nice cushioned area so it doesn't get scratched or anything. And yeah, that space was under the darnette, and we're almost ready to go, but yet we had to do this big old job. Made it to Paul's brother-in-law, and Clarissa over here behind me, she's sitting for the food, and we've made it here. The guys are busy unpacking in the garage. We haven't obviously had any contact with anyone for such a long time, so it's so nice to be able to socialize outside, and I'm actually blown away. I'd said I wasn't going to video anything, but I'm blown away by the spread that Clarissa has made for us. Like, it is honestly next level. Who needs a restaurant to be open when you have all of this? Check out this full-on personal bakery over here. I can't even believe it. So delicious. Yoga on the bow. Strategic positioning. What's up, guys? Welcome to a beautiful Sunday on board Annabelle. The sun is shining, the water is sparkling. I've just been out and about doing the laundry, as I do on a Sunday. And yesterday was such a nice change of scenery, but today it is back to those usual boat jobs. And today we have boat jobs aplenty. We have the shower doors off. not a major issue, but Paul just did notice that there was a leak in the shower, just where the frame meets the base, so he's popped some silicone on that. As you saw in the previous clip, Paul has just finished the last coat of paint on the bow, so it'll be nice to wrap that job up. And as I explained yesterday, I have some cleaning to do on the back of the boat.
It's time for beer. Eh?
What do you think this is?
Beer
Easter
o'clock.
or something?
Beer o'clock.
We were actually so spoiled when we went to Paul's brother yesterday. Let me just... one rogue here. Trying to help you out there. This is the drinks situation currently. So Luke, you have made your brother very, very happy.
What's it? It's affecting our progress. Work ethic.
Stunting the progress of the boat.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like watching paint dry. Have beer.
Exactly that. Is about it for the cleaning today, I think. Done a pretty good job. Done some unnecessary things that we didn't need. Went through some of the things that thought I was going to throw away and am keeping. So that's the ongoing battle to live with less. Now it's just about the most perfect time of day. The sun is still high-ish in the sky and beaming down, but most of the wind has died, so you've just got this cool breeze to cool you down, but it feels super warm, and definitely very, very grateful that we're over the hill of the dark days. Having a longer day just makes such a difference, and yeah, I think we're pretty blessed with this Sunday that we got. Paul just quickly reorganizing.
If you want it done properly, you got to do it yourself.
Apparently, I didn't realize that the edges of those plates, which are for the bow, are rusty, and I put them on the actual floor, the back of the boat, and got told off, and I'm now in trouble. But he's placing them back on the carpet and everything will be fine.
I explained to you last year what's the story, and now you're trying to make me look like a baddie again.
No, I think what people need to realise is that's the good balance, is that we argue,
Have you done this now?
we don't do things the same.
I just swept the floor. Look, show them there. Show
He's
them
lying,
there.
he's lying.
Show them there.
Stop it! This is the thing, this is the balance. Whatever I don't do properly, Paul overcompensates for, and whatever he doesn't do properly, I can do well. That's the balance of a good marriage, right? Paul has been getting the back cupboards ready. This is kind of just like a prep weekend so that when we want to pick up and go, we can. And he's been hanging some more things, I suppose more tools to jingle jangle at night when it's windy. But some of the lock keys and things, he's just been hanging them up in the cupboard so everything's easy access. Just trying to like preempt how we're gonna make our lives easier. Yeah, so he's been busy doing that, and he thought it would be a grand idea to draw some holes in our fuel cards, and we always seem to misplace them. So every time we fill up with diesel, we're like, where are they? Or they're in his wallet, or they're not in his wallet, or they're in this plastic tub. And yeah, if they're hanging up in the cupboard, and there's an easy accessible hook just to pop them on where the tools are, there they are. I did suggest a card holder, but then I guess we'd have to buy one. This way, drilling is free. Paul was just showing me the situation with the solar because we ran off just the solar power the whole day today, and we turned off our mains, the shore power. So we're kind of just seeing, obviously it was a great like bright sunny day, and then you can see it drop and then it starts to draw from the batteries a little bit. So kind of just judging, because one of these days we will be cruising, and the plan is actually to spend our first week off grid. Obviously we've cruised before, but it feels like that was forever ago. So our first week off grid and really just put everything to the test. So if all goes according to plan, our next video for you will be a cruising one. We have been discussing how we can sort of sort out our lives and get the benefits of both having a stable job, a stable income, which is so needed after the crazy year that we had last year, and still get the benefits of living on a boat and cruising and just feeling that freedom. We also are definitely in need of a change of scenery, and yeah, just to experiment and see what works for us and what we can do to feel the benefits of living on the cut, but then also being able to come back to the marina and have the comforts of here. So we're definitely not planning to leave the marina permanently anytime soon, but we're going to think of some creative ways and trips that we can do that while we might be tied down with work, we still can definitely get our fill of the open water. There are, however, some issues, and so we are checking on the weather, and it's not looking too good. But the problem with trying to work around a job is that you only have the weekend, and when you let that one go by, the next one is 5 days away. So if we want to go, we've just got to get it in our minds and go. So subject to the weather conditions, which I'm pretty sure we're going to find a good way to work around, we will be out on the cut and bringing you all that lovely action in the next video.
Yet again, we've come to another end of a riveting episode on Annabelle. Yet again, we've come to another riveting episode. Yet again, we've come to the end of another riveting episode on Annabelle. Tune in next week. We might go up and move it up the way. Just want to thank everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much and have a good day.